Hello friends, welcome to the Jazz Ranch, hip cats, groovy chicks, and finger popping daddies. You can see the ranch in the background here. Welcome back. I have a new video for you this evening. I'm going to be playing the song Sophisticated Lady, one of the great ballads, jazz ballads. It was written by Duke Ellington. And I have an interesting, sort of funny quote from Duke Ellington. He said this once. He said, "I never had much interest in the piano until I realized that every time I played, a girl would appear on the piano bench to my right, and another one would appear on the bench to my left." So I think he's making a joke there, but the point being that if you learn to play the piano well, you will meet girls. You know, and if you're a girl, you meet guys. So there you go. So here we go now with a great song. I'm going to be talking about chord voicings and a couple of little tricks for you based on rootless chords. So here we go with the song Sophisticated Lady. Okay, welcome to the Jazz Ranch studio where I explain what I played. And I'm just going to talk about two aspects of voicings that I would call tricks. Now, you know, Sophisticated Lady is a complex tune, but not really. I mean, basically it's 2-5-1 into A flat, and then, you know, 2-5-1 into B flat, and then 2-5-1 into A flat, and then in the key of G, 1-6-2-5. So it's like a simple progression, but what makes it complicated is that he approaches the dominant sevenths at the beginning from 3 half steps above. So in other words, we're going 2-5-1 into A flat, so the E flat 7 would be the dominant 7. He approaches it from G flat, you know, from 3 half steps above, and then approaching the B flat, which would be an F7, 3 half steps above would be A flat. So you have those chromatic stepwise movements. Now, since they're dominant sevenths, I'm using the two most important positions for rootless voicings: the first inversion and the third inversion. So on the first one, I'm using the first inversion. So I'm approaching an A flat chord from its 5, which would be E flat. So I'm approaching from G flat 7. Now, let's look at a G flat 7. Okay. G flat, B flat, D flat, F flat. So first inversion would be the B flat, and then I would add the 13th, the E flat, the dominant 7th, which is the F flat, and then the 9th, which is the A flat. So it'd be that voicing there. So it'd be like going down in half steps. So it'd be like, let's see. So like that. So I'm using that voicing for the rootless voicing. But here's the trick. I'm taking the pinky now and I'm moving up at a half step. What does that do? Makes the third a suspended fourth. So I'm going suspended fourth, resolving it in each case, in each move. You see, that's what I'm doing. If you wondered what I was doing. I'm going to the diminished chord there. But you see, that little trick is so easy to do because you're just moving the pinky up half steps, and you get that suspended fourth, resolving. So that's the first trick. All right. So if you have a question about that, write to me. I'll explain it to you further. But that's all I'm going to say about that trick, because I'm going to show you the second one. Second one now, I'm going from. That one was from a G flat. Now the second one I'm going from an A flat. So now on the A flat, I'm using the third inversion, which means the 7th is on the bottom. Okay, so 7th, let's look at an A flat 7. What's 7th is a G flat. So now putting that G flat on the bottom, the 9th, right? And it'd be the 3rd and the 13th on the top. So that'd be the voicings in the third inversion, going down half steps. Okay. Here's what I'm doing. I'm raising the index finger a half step to put in the sus4. So I'm doing the same thing, but in a different inversion. I'm using the sus4 like this. Like. Creates a very exotic kind of sound. I could even resolve it if I wanted. You know, like that. But now, here's what I'm doing. This is the third trick. I'm taking that chord, you know, that dominant 9th chord, the suspended 4th in it. Go. suspended fourth, and I'm raising it, you know, a 4, raising a fourth to a sharp 4 creates a sharp 11. So I'm raising this. Very exotic sounding, and I can do. So that's what I'm doing in there. That sounds very dissonant and very interesting. You know, you might ask, well, why even bother do this? Well, because it's raising your harmonic interest of the song to another level. You know, you're kicking it up a notch, so to speak, and that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you little tricks, you know, like little things that you can do in your left hand to make your music sound more exotic, more sophisticated, more complex, whatever. And then there's all these things. You know, all these things, like, you know, that's what I'm doing there. It's like, I'm like just doing one little simple trick, which is raising one of the notes in the harmony. And specifically the third to the suspended fourth, and then the option of taking the suspended fourth to one half step higher, which would put it into the sharp 11. In other words, a 4 sharp 4 becomes a sharp 11, because a 4 is an 11, and if you sharp it, you have a sharp 11 in there. So there's your sophisticated jazz harmony lesson for today. And if you want to learn more about what I did in this song, please write to me and I'll do a second video on this song for you. So we'll have a sign off now. Here we go. Signing off. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Jazz Ranch this evening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please write to me. I always try to respond to all your comments if you give me time. And if these chords are new to you, or rootless chords are new to you, you might want to check out some of my other videos. Go to my playlist. You'll see a link at the bottom in the description. Also, you might want to check out my book, which covers all these voicings in all the keys. And also my new appendix to my book, which has over 140 pages of exercises, including exercises with rootless voicings and melodies. So please check them out on the links below the video. Until next time, I'll say swing loose, and we'll see you next time around. Bye-bye.